Hi everyone, welcome to Bring Back the Brookies. My name is Brian Green. I'm a member of the Niagara chapter of Trout Unlimited Canada. Today I'm joined by my eager volunteer crew here in the upper 12 Mile Creek. I hope you'll join us as we explore the creek and learn what a brook trout is and why we should care. We'll discover the features and importance of 12 Mile Creek. We'll examine the threats to our waterways and brook trout, and we'll learn how we continue to help and how you can get involved to bring back the brookies. When you go for a hike in the Short Hills, where do you like to be? What do you look out for? What features draw you in?
When I go hiking in Short Hills Park, the best part of my walk is right along the creek. I love the flow of the water and how it moves. It's also where I see the most nature. It's a pretty stream most of the time, but after it rains, the water looks like chocolate milk. And check out these banks. It looks like a lot of water powers through here sometimes.
This stream is 12 Mile Creek. There are really two parts to this stream. Upper 12 Mile Creek that starts from Springs way up in Font Hill and runs through Short Hills Park. And Lower 12 Mile Creek, the fast-moving water that flows north from Short Hills Park right through St. Catharines under the Burgoyne Bridge on St. Paul Street, forming the Henley rowing course before emptying into Lake Ontario. Upper 12 Mile Creek is a unique place in Niagara. It's the only place where you'll find brook trout, or as we call them, brookies, the only native trout species in Ontario rivers. That's because the Upper 12 is the last remaining cold water stream in Niagara that can support them. Brookies are very sensitive, and they can only thrive in a healthy, clear, cold, unpolluted, and undisturbed stream. If the brookies are here, it's a sign that this watershed can support biodiversity, and that means healthy water not just for fish, but for humans to drink and grow crops and play.
So I've got to ask, how are the brook trout doing?
Well, brook trout used to be abundant here, but sadly their numbers are dwindling, and honestly, now they're on the verge of disappearing altogether. They've retreated to a few stretches of the stream where the water is cold and clean enough for their survival and reproduction. Understanding brook trout and how they live and survive leads us to a better understanding of the relationship between Niagara's land and the water that flows on it and under it. The things that threaten brookies result from the way people have changed the land and the water, and how climate change is contributing to the picture.
So understanding what has happened to brook trout and their environment is one thing, but what comes next? Can the brookies be brought back? Can this be fixed?
Well, that's the big question. As a community and as individuals, we have to understand what's happening to Niagara's environment so we can make a difference. We're going to need creek detectives like you to examine the creek and what's happening to it, and creek champions like you to work on improving the situation. You know, learning about water and how streams work and how the creatures who live in them survive and thrive gives us a better understanding of the situation. But even better is to get out and experience Upper 12 Mile Creek for ourselves and appreciate its unique story. Whether it's up in the headwaters in Font Hill, in the middle section in Short Hills, there's lots to explore and discover. Let's get out there. Be sure to make your way to Module 1 and begin your journey to discover more about brook trout and our precious 12 Mile Creek watershed.